Hello, Journey Junkie community. Welcome back to the mat and welcome to your restorative practice that will be focusing on the shoulders, neck, and upper back. So if you're new to restorative yoga, the goal is to restore. The general idea is that we work through different exercises and postures and oftentimes hold them for extended periods of time so that we can give the body an opportunity to come into a state of relaxation, which then inhibits healing and ultimately feeling restored. So it is quite the challenge if you're used to more of a vinyasa, power flow, quicker moving yoga practice, because in this practice, I'm asking you to slow way down. Now, restorative yoga commonly uses a lot of props, and for this class, I will be using a handful of those props. I'm going to quickly run through them. Number one, I'm using a strap. You can grab a belt or a scarf, but you do want to loop your strap, bring it out in front of you, bring your thumbs to the inside, and have it set up so that it's shoulder width distance. I'm also using two bolsters. You're more than welcome to only use one, but definitely one is going to be really helpful. I also recommend at least one blanket, and I have it rolled here in a long roll blanket form, which I'm using that from a restorative yoga handbook. If you want to learn how to roll it specifically like this, you can head on over to the blog post. It's in the description below, and I'll teach you how to do this roll. I also have a second blanket as a headrest too. Lastly, I have two blocks, and those are optional as well, but if you have them, grab them. And I said lastly, but one more, if you have an eye pillow for Shavasana, that is always welcomed and encouraged to really help you come into that final state of relaxation. Now, I touched on the blog post just a minute ago, but if you want to learn about what each pose is targeting and how it's helping your shoulders, neck, and upper back release stored tension, head on over to that blog post. There will be images of each pose as well as the benefits and walking you through the pose too. So if this is your first time to restorative yoga, welcome. I'm so happy you're starting this practice with me. If it's not, welcome back. As always, if you're not part of our online community yet, please come join us. The link to join the tribe is also in the description below, and we are waiting for you. Please come join us. With that said, we are actually going to start standing, and you'll need a wall. So find a wall, stand on up, and let's get this practice started. Okay, so we are starting standing, and we're coming into downward facing dog at the wall. So to do this, bring your hands out in front of you, shoulder width distance, press them into the wall. Also the height of your shoulders, fingers are spread nice and wide, just like they would be in downward facing dog. And then begin to walk your feet backward as you bring your chest parallel to the ground. And you might need to walk your hands down a little bit as you reposition yourself. And then make sure the hips are over the ankles. So you want to give a good push into the wall. Make sure you're finding that shape within your body. Relax the ears down in line with the arms. And we're here for about 2 minutes. So this is your centering posture. This is a really good variation of downward facing dog if you experience wrist pain. It's also helping to relieve tension from the shoulders, the upper back. And again, using it as a centering pose, so just grounding us here in this moment. So start to draw inward. See how much tension you can release here in these next 2 minutes. 5 more breaths here. Last inhale. Open the mouth, exhale. Inhale, lift the gaze, start to walk closer to the wall as you release the pose. And we're coming into neck stretches. So option 2, stay standing like me, or you can come down onto your knees. However, we are gonna stand right back up in a moment. So neck stretches, drop your chin down towards your chest, release your hands to the ground, and breathe. If you want a little bit more, you can interlace the hands behind the head and gently let the weight of your hands create a deeper stretch for the back of the neck. Inhale, rise back up. Allow yourself to hug the body, so cross the arms around and catch both sides of the shoulders, and then drop the head again. Really hug yourself here. Release the arms, keep the chin down towards the chest, roll your right ear over to your right. Reach the left hand down a little bit, oh yeah. And exhale back through to center, take it over to the left. One more time each side, back through to center. Finishing up on the left side, coming back through to center, and on an inhale, lifting the head, coming back to neutral. So let's find our strap, working into some shoulder stretches. Again, you want that strap looped, and we're gonna bring the thumbs inside, okay? From here, bring the feet to hip width distance or a little bit wider, whatever feels comfortable. Hands down by your side. And on an inhale, we're gonna lift the arms straight up to the sky. So here we go. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come down to shoulder height. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, shoulder height. Again. Exhale it down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. And lower down. Lift again. And lower it down all the way this time to the tops of the legs. Inhale, lift all the way up. This time, exhale, lean over to the right. So I'm going the opposite way of you. Lean over. Inhale back through to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center, over to the right. Inhale, center, to the left. Inhale, center, over to the right. Inhale, center, over to the left. Bring it all the way back up through center and release your hands back down for a moment. Maybe shake it out. Here we go. Inhale, lift it all the way up. Exhale, twist over to the right. So twist to the side, inhale back to center, exhale, twist left. Inhale, center, twist right, and center, and left, and center. Take it over to the right, and center, over left, back through to center, bring it down. This time we're going to bring the strap behind the body. So just loop it around the back, catch it in your thumbs again. Bring the strap down towards your bum here. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, bring it away from the body. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, and lift. Lower, lift. A few more times. Keep the breath steady. Two more times. Lower it down, lift one last time. And lower it down, release the strap off to the side. You no longer need your strap. And just give your shoulders a few shrugs. So lift them up to the ears, down, up, down. Maybe do some circles, go the other way. And then make your way back down to the mat with me. So coming into blanket roll. So this is a heart opening position and we're gonna hold it for 3 minutes. So this is that long fold I was talking about. We wanna bring it right here and it's gonna go directly under, for women, where your bra strap would be. Men, just envision where that bra strap would be, your upper middle back here. So we're holding for 3 minutes, like I said. Extend your body out and slowly lower yourself down. If you don't have a blanket, you can also use a bolster for this one. It's up to you, okay? So here we go, 3 minutes on the clock. Once you lower yourself down, arms can come out to a T, head rests back, and just relax. If you need to make any adjustments, please do. I want you to be as comfortable as possible here. So as you can imagine, right now we're targeting the upper back. We're also letting the collarbone, chest, shoulder area expand and surrender. So your only job here is to relax and restore. Close your eyes, soft conscious breathing, and 3 minutes. begin to bring your awareness back into your body. Stay here for 5 more breaths. And begin to bend both knees, plant the feet on the earth. Come on to your left or your right side. Drop your knees over to whichever side you choose. Roll over onto your side and start to push yourself back up. Doesn't that feel so good? So we're moving into a deeper heart opener now. You no longer need this long fold of a blanket, so you can just place that off to the side. This time we're going to use 2 bolsters if you have them. If not, no worries. And we're bringing bolster number 1 exactly where we just had it on the body, so in that upper back area. So situate that one here. The second bolster is going underneath our knees. So this is the optional bolster. We want the heart opening to occur first and foremost. If you have another blanket or you want to recruit your first blanket, this can be used as a headrest here. So your choice, okay? Start to bring yourself into the position. Remember, this is going over the upper back. You can have the arms out to the side again. We want the bolster below the armpits. And then the second one can go beneath the knees if you have that. So start to set yourself up. We are here for 5 minutes on the clock. Don't worry, I will guide you out of it. So your only job is to relax. You don't need to watch the clock. And if the blanket's not enough, you could also bring a block underneath your head too for added height here. But essentially we do want to create a big heart opening in the chest, okay? So begin to settle into the posture. Make any last adjustments you might need. I seem to need a lot up here. Arms out to a T. We're definitely working with the Anahata heart chakra here. So if you want to envision a green glowing light coming out from your heart space and embodying your whole self here, feel free to hold on to that visualization as you relax and restore. 5 minutes, I'll bring you back when the time is right. And begin to bring awareness back into your physical body. Take a few conscious breaths. Feel the skin across your chest. Envision yourself enveloped by that green heart chakra light. And stay right where you are. If you have the bolster under your knees, bend your legs and slide it out in front of you. If you don't have the bolster, you're good to go. We're coming into 𝗪𝗏 𝗪𝗃. So bring soles of the feet together, making that butterfly shape. And just relax with me for one more minute. And inhale the knees up towards one another. Bring both feet to plant on the earth. Pick up the hips, swing them to the right so that you're coming onto your left side. Roll on over to your left and sit all the way up. Welcome back. We're now coming into child's pose. You can use a bolster or you don't need to. You can also use a bolster with blocks, which I'll show you how to do. So pick up all your pieces. You need one bolster and 2 blocks if you have that. Otherwise, you can just come straight into child's pose. We'll be holding it for 3 minutes together. So if you're using the bolster block variation, you bring your blocks to the front of the mat. Place one on the tall setting, one on the shorter setting. And then set your bolster up like so, okay? You're then going to come into child's pose just like you normally would, with the hips, with the knees slightly separated, and then just fold over the bolster, okay? So come into your version of balasana with or without props, and we'll be here for 3 minutes. And begin to bring your awareness back into your physical body. Take a few deeper breaths here. And when you're ready, slowly begin to lift the chest up. And we're coming into a simple supine twist using our bolster. So if you had those blocks, set them off to the side. Hopefully you're starting to feel restored already. And let's start on the right side. So the bolster is staying exactly like this, vertically towards the top of the mat. We're bringing the right hip towards the bottom half of the bolster. Legs are in this stag-like position. And then take an inhale, twist your torso towards the bolster to face the front of the mat. And then walk your body down and relax. I like to cup both hands around the top of the bolster, and you can bring your left ear down. If you want an added stretch to the neck, you can bring the left ear down here, but sorry, the right ear is the natural way to go. So you choose what you want. You can also switch halfway through. We're here for 3 minutes. And as you lay here, see if you can allow each soft breath to let more tension release from the body. Allow yourself to do that here. It doesn't need to be a conscious effort, but subconsciously, effortlessly, allow the tension that lives in your neck, shoulders, and upper back to melt away and no longer take up space here in your body in this moment and when you step off the mat. We're halfway there. If you want to switch your ear, go ahead and do that now. And slowly come back. Start to take some of those deeper, full body expansive breaths. Hands down into the mat. Lift your chest up. And we're moving to the other side. Simple as that. So pick up the hips. Shift the left hip to the bolster, meeting it right here. Bring those legs into a stag leg position. Inhale to lift the chest and just gently twist over to the left as you soften the chest down. Left ear is the natural ear. Right ear is if you want that deeper stretch, and I'll cue you halfway through, okay? So 3 minutes on the clock. And we're halfway through. If you want to switch the positioning of your neck. And begin to take those deeper breaths, bringing yourself back into awareness. Hands come onto the mat, lift yourself up. And you made it to Shavasana. So a few ideas for Shavasana. You can come into that heart opener with 2 bolsters. You can come into that heart opener using the blanket. If you have 2 blocks, you can do supported fish. But we are going to be here for 10 minutes. So pick something that you want to do, or maybe that you don't normally do, and this is an opportunity to do it for longer. This is a longer Shavasana hold, but like I said, restorative yoga is about giving the body enough time to come into relaxation so we can create restoration. I'm going to take the blanket position that we did at the beginning of the class. You get yourself set up. Feel good with whatever you choose. If you have an eye pillow or something to cover your eyes, now is a wonderful time to use it. Start to lower yourself down to the mat. Make any final adjustments you need here. This is your total surrender, place of relaxation, rest, integration, and connection. So essentially, I want you to feel good here. Once you come into it, take a nice breath. Let go of anything that's stuck in your entire body. Settle down. And your only job is to rest. Take Shavasana. I'll invite you back into the moment in 10 minutes. Enjoy. And one last time, begin to deepen your breaths. Awaken your body. Come back into this moment. And no need to make sudden movements, just breathe and be here. When you are ready, start to move one finger at a time. And then maybe all the fingers, opening and closing the hands, and then recruiting the toes and the ankles and the wrists. I'm sure we're all in different positions. If you have something under your back, bend your knees, slowly lift your hips, swing them off to one side, and come on to fetal pose, using that bottom arm as your rest and support. And stay here for just a moment, thanking yourself for getting on the mat, and making a commitment to continuing this path of work. Relaxation, restoration, rejuvenation. And now slowly begin to lift your body up into a seated position. You can keep your eyes closed. No need to come out of this surrender-like state. Once you make it to a seated position, inhale your arms out to the sides. Sweep up the energy we've created here together today. Palms touch, rest your hands down through heart center. And gently take a bow, forehead comes down towards the fingers. And take 3 breaths here, one for yourself, one for someone you love, and one for the entire community at large. Next inhale, lift the gaze, open the eyes. Welcome back to the mat. Thank you so much for joining me for this restorative practice. I hope you feel so at home in your body. You feel a beautiful sense of ease and grace and fluidity as you step off your mat and continue your day. If you like restorative yoga, I'll be continuing to bring you more classes that are very similar, focusing on different healing intentions in different parts of the body. Again, if you want to learn more about each of the postures we did today, as well as the benefits and about how to create this blanket fold, head on over to the blog post. The link is in the description below. And again, if you're not part of our online community, click the other link to come join the tribe so that you get emailed your weekly yoga class, a weekly yoga calendar, and so much more. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll meet you back here next week, of course, to continue our yoga practice and living our journey.